Hey friends, welcome to One Flight Down. Welcome to the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. Today we're checking out a beer from the Wisconsin Dells Brewing Company. This one is an oatmeal cream stout, or stouts. All right, it's one beer, but it's plural, stouts. Not really sure why that is. I have no idea. Okay, but I don't know. It is what it is. Who knows what these wacky folks at the Wisconsin Dells Brewing Company are up to? Yeah, this is another beer that I got from my friend Luke, who went down to Wisconsin Dells I think it was last summer or fall with his family. And yeah, water park capital of the U.S., maybe North America, maybe the world. I don't know, a big water park place. If you like water parks, you'll have just as good a time there as Luke did. Luke also, yeah, he brought back some beers. We did a flight of beers a couple months back on the show. He was actually, I think, the first guest I had in studio here in the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. Yeah, we did a flight of beers. He brought 6, so we did 4 in the flight, and the other 2 I've done separately. This is the last of these beers. I like the label design with this hipster dude on there, or maybe he's like an actual lumberjack. All I know is his name is Joe, and he likes a big frothy beer. Interesting thing with this brewery that I've noticed, they're really inconsistent with their label designs. Some of them, like this one, really, kind of fun, and some of them are just rather plain. Some of their beers have proper names, some are just what they are. I mean, I'm really confused by this one. Oatmeal cream stouts, plural. No idea what's going on. Malt beverage with natural flavor, 12 fluid ounces. As with the other ones, most of the other ones in this 6-pack that Luke brought back, they don't have the ABV on there. Yeah, I guess that's not a requirement in the US. One of them did, and it was like over 11%. So maybe you reach a certain point and you have to put it on there. I'm not really too sure. But yeah, it doesn't say the ABV. I do have their website up on my tablet here. And by the way, this brewery seems to be part of the Moose Jaw Pizza and Dells Brewing Company. So it's a restaurant with the microbrewery inside as part of it. Yeah, the inconsistency with the name, Moose Jaw Pizza and Dells Brewing Company, but it's also the Wisconsin Dells Brewing Company. But it's all part of the same thing. I don't know. They're doing wacky stuff there down in Wisconsin Dells. Yeah, and they've got a big list of microbrews that they do there. This one here, oatmeal cream stouts. Using oats gives this stout a delicious creamy texture. ABV 6.5%. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We can't really glean any more information about this from the website, so I'm just going to crack this one open. I'll pour it into my little brown jug tulip glass. I just like this one for the aromas, and I like a stout with some good aroma to it. So hopefully that's what this is going to give me. Now, I know I didn't exactly hard pour this, but no head on it to speak of at all. It is pitch black. Black as midnight on a moonless night. Yeah, it's exactly the color you would expect from a stout. A little disappointed there's not more head on there, but I don't know. Maybe I should have just hard poured it. That would have given me some. I'm getting a strong coffee kind of a note from the glass from this distance. Yeah, I didn't have to pull it right up to my nose to get that. And chocolate. Definitely getting a chocolate note in there, but I'm going to say mostly coffee. Yeah, strong coffee note with a bit of dark chocolate. Yeah, it smells good. Looks the way a stout should look. So, I don't know. Let's get into it and give it a try. Cheers, my friends. Okay, that's quite nice. What did I say this was? 6.5? 6.5%. Yeah, it definitely has like more of a body to it than say like a Guinness or something like that, which is all actually quite a thinner beer, actually quite lighter than I think people really realize it is. Yeah, this got a little bit of body to it. It's also got some of those flavors you get a little more with when you get into like imperial stouts and that kind of thing. Like I'm surprised there's nothing on here. It's just oatmeal cream stout. Didn't say anything on there about any kind of like dark fruit notes or anything like that, but I'm definitely getting that taste wise. Yeah, that is quite a decent beer. Yeah, medium body, I guess. Fairly creamy on the mouthfeel, and yeah, just a touch of that dark fruit on the back end that I wasn't expecting. That's quite nice. I think if I would go back and look at all the videos we did, or all the beers we looked at in that first video I did with Luke, I think that the Wisconsin Dells Brewing Company is doing a pretty good job with their darker beers. I think some of the lighter ones we weren't thrilled with. I know last time I did a strawberry lemon ale that was just awful. But the darker beers, they seem to do a really nice job of. I was expecting this just to be a pretty average stout, but it's quite nice. Yeah, I would have this again. Now, Luke always asks me, and because this is a beer that he gave me, he always asks how far I would drive to get this beer. Now, I don't own a car, so, I'd have to like rent a car in order to drive and get it. So there's the added expense. So I don't know if I would like rent a car and travel to get this beer. It's quite good, but I wouldn't do that. If Luke offered to pick me up, if he said, I'll pick you up and I will take you as far as you feel like going to get this beer, I'd chip in for gas, I guess. I wouldn't go the, what is it? I think it's like a 10 to 12 hour drive to Wisconsin Dells. I don't think I would do that. In fact, I know I would not do that for this beer. But yeah, I would drive, to the outskirts of the city. Maybe even like, a half hour outside the city to have this beer specifically. Although I don't know any place in Manitoba, any place that's in a half hour drive of me that would sell it. But if I found out they did, I'd call up Luke, ask him to pick me up, chip in a few bucks for gas, and there you go. So yeah, decent beer overall. Again, Luke, thank you for this beer. Thank you for the 6-pack. Thanks for thinking of me while you were traveling. I always appreciate when people bring back beers for me when they go somewhere. It's really nice. I appreciate that, and always want to make sure I can include those on the show. And I've got a few more of those coming up from some other friends in the coming weeks. And to the rest of you, thank you so much for dropping by the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. We'll see you all again real soon, my friends. Cheers.